Hey everybody, how's it going? Mike from the Focus Garage here, and in today's video, we're here to talk about the Ford Maverick and how I ordered one. Now, we're going to jump just straight into this here. It's not going to be clickbait saying I took delivery of a Maverick and blah, blah, blah. No, it's nothing like that. I did order one, and I kind of want to share my experience with ordering a Ford Maverick, what I've seen online on the forums and on Facebook groups, and just kind of shed some light into what you can and can't expect, and just kind of some transparency into the dealer process here. Now, as far as my personal reasons as to wanting one of these trucks, I've got a few of them. Ever since the Ford Maverick was initially released, and if you guys don't know what it is, it's essentially a unibody based pickup truck. It's pretty much a Ford Escape with the back cut off. So it's, you've got your crew cab, but you've also got a little bit of a bed. If you need stats and everything on the Maverick, I can make a whole other video covering, the configurations and the horsepower and the, hybrid versus gasoline, all-wheel drive, anything like that. But here I'm just going to kind of talk about why I want one in the ordering process for that. But anyways, ever since Ford released the Maverick a couple of years ago, I was very, very interested in the idea of that because I feel like it's enough truck for what most people buy trucks for. Now, I get it. If you're going to crucify me here and say it's not a real truck because the bed's not separate, it's not a body on frame, everything like that, that's fine. I get it. Cool. Maybe this video is not for you. But if you're interested on why I decided to go with one of those, hear me out. Most people that buy pickup trucks, whether it's a light duty like an F-150 or something larger like a F-250, 2500, anything like that, they're not towing anything too large and they're not hauling anything too large. They just need that bigger open bed to kind of do occasional runs to Home Depot or for house supplies, carry bicycles around, things like that, or maybe the occasional, U-Haul trailer rental. If you have a truck for work and you're towing, large things all the time, don't get a Maverick. That's not what I'm getting at with this. But for regular consumers that are buying pickup trucks that don't really need pickup trucks, this is where this kind of vehicle shines. I love that the Maverick is offered as a hybrid base model. Basically, all of the trims, there's 3 different trims of the truck, and you can get them all with either a hybrid power plant or a gasoline EcoBoost power plant. And with the hybrid power plant, you can see 45 to 50 miles per gallon in the city. So you've got this practical small thing that's, a truck. You've got your open bed concept. And it also gets the gas mileage of a very fuel efficient car. Gets, 45 miles per gallon in the city. So what's not to love about that? And the neatest thing is if you get the bare bones base spec, it's only like $21,000 or so. I think 21,400 is where it's up to now. When the truck was originally released, that was like $19,999. I mean, obviously everything's gone up, but it's insane. Like, you don't have to buy a $30,000 Tacoma that's based off a 20-year-old platform that gets horrible gas mileage, rides like crap. You can get this thing that actually rides kind of refined because it's based off of a unibody car, has the practicality of a truck, and gets good gas mileage. It kind of ticks every box there as far as like a nice, livable, everyday vehicle. Now, as far as me, you guys have probably seen just 2 videos ago that I picked up that Saturn Vue, and that's going to be my daily driver until this Maverick comes in. Now, the reason I chose the Maverick is because I have been getting more into outdoorsy stuff as far as like mountain biking and going farther to state parks and things like that. I think the Maverick will be a good fit for longer trips and the ability to haul stuff in the bed. And even with me going with the hybrid package, I still got a trailer hitch on it and can tow up to 2,000 pounds, which is perfect for a motorcycle trailer and my motorcycle. So this will kind of fill all those kind of gaps there. And it will still be a modern car that has Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, a modern car, new car with a warranty and everything like that. Now, as far as the ordering experience goes, and from what I've seen online, if you guys just search in YouTube here, Ford Maverick order, you're going to see a plethora of videos, and I've dived deep down the rabbit hole on the forums and Facebook groups here about this. Now, anybody that wants to buy a Maverick, you will see that the prices of these things are absolutely crazy. You will see base models that MSRP for around $22,000 to $24,000 selling used online for $38,000 to $42,000. You will see these trucks with $20,000 markup and everything like that. And the whole reason that I just now ordered a Maverick is because I didn't believe it, but I found it to be true, is that if you order one from some dealers, you can order one at MSRP. So you can option it however you want. And as long as your order gets built, you're only going to pay MSRP for it. I didn't know that was a thing until more recently. I thought everyone that was buying these for the most part was paying markup. What I also learned is that dealer stock of these is pretty limited to non-existent. So that's another reason why they are so expensive if you manage to find one at a dealer. So I found out, I shopped a couple different dealers, and ironically, one closest to my house agreed that if I ordered a Maverick, it will be whatever the MSRP is. There's no added markup, market adjustments, nothing like that. So I spec'd one out. I went with the Maverick XL, which is the base trim in cactus gray, in hybrid, and the only option that I got was the Ford 360, which is essentially blind spot mirrors, power mirrors, and cross traffic sensors. And then I got the trailer hitch. That's it. I didn't go with any of the higher trims or anything like that for two reasons. One, this is going to be a secondary vehicle for me. I'm planning on keeping my RS3. And two, with modern production constraints and everything like that, with chip shortages, you're going to have more of a problem getting a lot of these luxury features like the heated seats and the 360 cameras and the adaptive cruise control and all that. And I wanted to keep it as simple as possible just to make sure that I get the truck. That being said, I later come to find out that they're not producing very many XL models because it's kind of a loss leader type truck. And also, they're making less hybrid models because they have a shortage of the batteries and the engines that they use for that. So that'll be interesting to see. But where I kind of want to get into this is just production numbers and how this all works and how everything kind of, lays out here in the grand scheme of things. Production for the 2022, which is the models that are coming to a close, the 2022, the last prior model year, Ford Maverick, was absolutely a disaster. The order banks were open for a while. They got tons of orders and they could not produce all of those orders. There are people that have been waiting 12 to 15 months for a truck that have never gotten a VIN number, they've never gotten a production date or anything like that. And Ford did not roll these unfulfilled orders in the 2023 model years automatically. So what you had to do is you had to have good communication with your dealership and tell them, hey, I still want one, reorder it for me. But unless your dealer puts in the order the right way, you're not getting prioritized over somebody that just walks into their dealership and orders one fresh off the streets for a 2023 model year. So there's already thousands of 2022s that weren't built that have been rolled over into 2023s. Some of them have been prioritized, some of them have not, and they are still making the 2022 model years, even though for the last 2 weeks now they should have been scheduling the 2023 model years. So you've got a ton of unfulfilled orders rolled over. Production for this model year should have started. It hasn't yet. But the craziest thing about the 2023 model years is if you were trying to order one of these trucks, if you guys have ever purchased a vehicle brand new before and have placed a custom order, you may know that typically you can order a vehicle and the order banks are open for months at a time. Well, with the Maverick, the order banks were only open for 5 to 7 days, depending on if you're getting the hybrid or the Tremor or anything like that. And they had 86,000 orders across the board in just that week that they had the order banks open for. So, with all of that, Ford has actually bumped up production a little bit on these trucks, and they were typically making like 4,000 to 6,000 per month. And in the month of September, they made 10,000 trucks, or a little over 10,000 trucks. So what that means is production and chip shortages and part shortages aside, if they're able to maintain that pace of around 10,000 or so trucks a month, they actually have a chance of fulfilling all of these orders. Now, the interesting thing with this is there's ever-changing constraints as far as what parts they have and they don't have and what kind of configurations that they're prioritizing. So what I've learned is it's pretty much a crapshoot lottery pick as to when your truck gets built and whether or not it's going to get built. My only saving grace is a particular dealership that I ordered my Maverick from. I was one of the first 3 orders for their 2023 model years, and they don't have a lot of Maverick orders. A lot of these dealerships I'm seeing have 50 to 100 plus orders of Mavericks, and I'm sorry, if you ordered from there, your chances of getting one are low. If you're able to buy from a dealership that has a lower volume of them, your chances are a little bit better. And I have heard that allocations are based off of prior model year sales and things like that. So maybe if your dealership sold a lot of Mavericks last year, they might get more this year. Mine's a pretty mid-tier dealer, so it's not super small, not a gigantic superstore or anything like that. But I'm guessing they sold a handful enough of them to get another handful enough of them moving forwards. Fingers crossed, I hope. But the crazy thing is here, there is so much misinformation online because there's so much variety as far as what's happening with these trucks. There are people that are getting these trucks in 3 to 6 months, and then you have people that are getting their trucks 15 months later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of try and give you guys maybe a monthly update on what's going on with my truck, if it's getting built, if it's not, if it's shipped, everything like that. I've only ordered one other vehicle brand new in the past before, and it ironically was a Ford. It was a Fiesta ST, and I ordered that in May and I took delivery in August. Obviously, that was like 2015, long time ago, very, very different production climate and everything like that, but it was made in Mexico, the same place that the Maverick is going to be made. So we'll kind of see what happens here. I mean, I could see the truck as early as February, March. Probably won't, but I'm truly expecting it to take 8 to 12 months. We'll see. Production numbers and constraints are always changing, so I'll keep you guys updated. But I kind of wanted to get into the the Maverick area a little bit here and tell you guys that yes, I ordered one. It's the hybrid one. I've never owned a hybrid before, so having a daily driver that can get 45 miles per gallon, 500 plus miles range was very, very appealing to me. And the fact that I could just throw my mountain bike in the bed or put my bike rack on the back and with a trailer hitch and everything like that. I could tow my motorcycle with it, just run errands with it. I mean, it's a vehicle that I'm very excited to get my hands on. And it's crazy that you just can't walk into a dealership and buy one of these without paying $10,000 to $15,000 over market. I'm going to cut this one off here just because I can go on with this for a very, very long time. I've seen a plethora of information, so if you guys have questions, drop them in the comments down below. I will be making more videos about this as I follow kind of through on the Ford Maverick Truck Club forum, on the Facebook groups, everything like that. I'm always reading. I'm taking in the new information about this as it comes out. That's going to wrap it up for this one. I will catch you guys in the next video. This is Mike from the Focus Garage, signing off.